Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right, so everyone, how are you today?
Today
I am happy. All right, so what is the day today? Today is Thursday. Very good. Spell Thursday. T H U R S D A Y. All right. So are you ready already?
Yes.
Okay. So let us start. Welcome back to our online class. Our topic for this week is all about the life cycle of flowering plants. Okay, so we are going to learn about the life cycle of flowering plants. So our subject is science and it's for grade 2. Okay, so let's start first with the vocabularies. Okay, so just follow teacher on your end, and then later on, I will ask you to unmute to spell the words. Okay, so just follow teacher. Number 1, flowers. Flowers. Number 2, trees. Trees. Number 3, plant. Plant. Number 4, petal. Oh, you follow teacher. Number 4, petal. Okay, number 5, nectar. Nectar. And number 6, pollinate. Again, pollinate. Pollinate. Number 7, insect. Insect. Number 8, colorful. Again, colorful. Number 9, fertilize. Again, fertilize. And number 10, seeds. Seeds. Okay, so let's move on to the spelling. Ao, okay, please unmute yourself. Ao, spell number 1, flowers.
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 Okay, very good. Next, Rewa, spell the word.
T-I-E-E-S.
Trees.
Trees.
Okay, very good. Next, Panjopol. Panjopol. Number 3, letter P.
P-L-A-N-T.
Plant.
Plant.
Very good. Okay. Next, Ozone, unmute yourself. Spell number 4. P.
P-E-T-A-L.
Petal.
Petal.
Okay, very good, Ozone. Next, okay, Pack, spell number 5.
N-E-C-T-A-R.
Nectar.
Nectar.
Again, nectar.
Nectar.
Okay, very good. Let's move on to the discussion. All right, so everyone, please listen to teacher. So please concentrate, okay? Okay, so the life cycle of flowering plants. Okay, every flowering plant will grow flowers when they are old enough. Okay, so when we say flowering plants, these are the plants that will grow flowers when they are old enough. Okay, so these flowers will help in growing new trees. Okay, so these flowers of the plant will help in growing new trees. Okay, these new trees will grow into adult trees with their own flowers. These new trees will also grow into an adult tree, and then they will have their own flowers. Okay, so this process repeats itself again and again. Okay, it is called the life cycle of flowering plants. Okay, so that process, which is repeating again and again, so that process is called the life cycle of flowering plants. So let's go to page 62 for now. So different flowers look different. Some are colorful, some have good smells, some are big, and others are small. Again, the flowers looks different. Okay, so some of them are colorful, have good smell, big, and small. Okay, most flowers have nectar. So this nectar makes insects to visit the flower. And these insects will help pollinate the plants. So we have here examples of different types of flowers. Okay, so in the first picture, this flower is a sunflower. Okay, so we call this sunflowers. Okay, so it is big and is color yellow. So they are large flowering plants. They have a lot of nectar. Okay, so inside this flower, there's a lot of nectar in it. Okay, so that's why it attracts the insects. Okay, so next we have roses. Okay, so roses are beautiful flowers, right? So they are colorful flowering plants. They have good smell. Okay, so as we know, roses are beautiful and they have good smell. They smell so good. Okay. All right. We also have here water lettuces. Okay, so these water lettuces, they are water plants. They have small flowers. Okay, so as we have said earlier, there are big flowers and small flowers. So if the sunflower is big, then this water lettuces has a small flower. Okay. All right. Okay, page 63. All right, so most flowers have 4 important parts. Okay, so again, most of the flowers have 4 important parts. Okay, so what are these? Number 1, we have stamens. Okay, so what is the use of these stamens? Okay, so they make male sex cells. Okay, so they are going to make the male sex cells. Okay, they are long and usually next to the petals. Okay, so this one, the yellow ones, these are the stamens. Okay. Next, and in number 2, they are pistils. Okay, so this one, the color red. Okay, so they make the female sex cells. They are the deepest part of a flower. Okay, so these are the stamens and these are the pistils. Okay, the stamens make male sex cells and the pistils will make the female sex cells. Okay. All right. And in number 3, we have here a green covering the flower. Okay, so green sepals, they are called sepals. So green sepals cover and protect young flowers from insects. They are the outermost part of a flower. Okay, so it is the outermost part of the flower, and it is the one that protects the young flowers against the insects. Okay, so this green cover is called sepals. All right, number 4. Okay, we have petals. So these petals, so these are colorful parts, draw insects to the flower using their good smell. They also protect young pollen. Okay, so they protect young pollen, and since they are colorful, this will attract or this will draw the insect to visit the flower. Okay, all right. So those are the 4 important parts of the flower and their function. Next, go to page 68. Okay, so in here, we are going to learn the reproduction of a flowering part. So how are they going to reproduce? Okay, so let's learn the reproduction of a flowering plant. So sexual reproduction of a flowering plant starts with pollen grains, moving from anther to stigma. These pollen grains move down the style to the ovary. The pollen grains then join with egg cells inside the ovules and fertilize it. Okay, so we have here a picture showing the reproduction of the flowering plant. All right, so this one, pollen grains move from anther to stigma. Okay, so this is the anther. This is the anther. These are the pollen grains. Okay, and then this is the stigma. Okay, so again, they join with the egg cells, and the egg cells grow into seeds. So under the right surroundings, seeds will sprout. Okay, so this is the seed. So if you are going to put it on the right surrounding, right soil, right type of soil, okay, the seed will sprout. Okay, so as you can see, the seed here is sprouting. Okay, and then a new tree will grow and make flowers to breed again. Okay, so the reproduction continues. So this one will grow into a new tree, and it will make their own flowers. Okay, and then these flowers will breed again. So this one. Okay, so this process will continue again and again and again. Okay. Okay, so how about a pollination? Okay, so in stage 1, pollen grains move from anther to stigma. So this is the anther and this is the stigma. Okay, these are the pollen grains. Okay, so these are the pollen grains, okay, that moves from anther to stigma. And then stage 2, the pollen grains move down the style of the pistil. Okay, so this one, these are the pollen grains. They will move down the style of the pistil. And then the stage 3, the pollen grains join with the egg cells and fertilize it. Okay, so this one. So the egg cell is in here. The pollen grains will join the egg cell here inside. Okay, and then it will fertilize the egg cell. So when the pollen grains fertilize the egg cell, the stigma and style will dry up. Okay, so the the stigma and style will dry up. The sepals, petals, stamens, and pistils will also dry up and fall. Okay, so everything here will fall. Everything in the flower will fall off. Okay, the ovary will form a fruit. Okay, so the ovary will form a fruit, and the ovules will form seeds inside the fruit. These seeds will sprout into saplings. This is called fruition. Okay, go to page 70. All right, so go to page 70. Okay, so when we plant a seed, it will sprout into a small plant, right? So if we are going to plant a seed in the right soil, that will sprout into a new plant. When this plant grows, it makes flowers. When the flowers are fertilized, they become fruits with seeds inside. Okay, so these seeds can grow into new plants. This process repeats itself, and it is called the life cycle of flowering plants. Okay, so we have here the picture. Okay, so if we are going to plant a seed in the right soil, okay, and then water it, it will grow into a new plant, right? A small plant. Okay, and then this plant will grow and make or provide a flower. So as you can see, there are flowers here already. Okay, so when flowers are fertilized, they become fruits with seeds inside. Okay, so these are the fruits wherein there are seeds inside it. So as you can see, the orange have seeds inside, right? And then these seeds, we can plant this and it will grow into a new plant again. All right, so page 71. All flowering plants have the same steps in their life cycle. So these steps are, so we have number 1. Okay, so as we have said earlier, in the right surroundings, a seed will sprout into a new plant. And in number 2, first, it grows roots. Okay, so these are the roots. The roots help to take in water. Okay, so these roots will take the water from the soil. Okay, next, a small stalk and leaves will grow. So this is the small stalk and these are the leaves. Okay, and then they will start growing. The plant can now make its own food. Okay, so if it grows already, the plant can now make its own food. Okay, so they make their food from the sunlight. Next, number 3, when the plant is old enough, it will grow flowers. These flowers help in reproduction. Okay, so again, in number 3, they will start to grow flowers. Okay, so these flowers will help in the reproduction of a new plant. Okay, next, and number 4, if a flower is fertilized, it will grow into a fruit with seeds inside it. So as you can see, the tomatoes have seeds inside of it. You can plant that again and you can grow a new plant of tomato. Okay, everyone go to page 59. Okay, so fill in the blanks with the given words. Okay, so in number 1, what is this? This is flower, fruit, seeds, or sapling. Okay, so this is a fruit. Okay, next, number 2. Who can give me the answer in number 2? What is in number 2? Nana?
Flower.
Flower. Very good. So we are going to answer this.
But
Flower.
teacher, I